Y'all, it's your boy, the Eternal Fox Hunt, coming at you guys with this fourth video in my Steve tutorial series. This one is going to be about tag cancels and launchers and whatnot, all those kinds of things. Pretty much not the team synergy between Jin and Steve, but like the overall what Steve brings to the team, what Steve can have tag canceled off of and have comboed after. And also what you should do in case of a launcher with Steve. Now, in case of a launcher with Steve is where we're going to start, which is why you see Jin Kazama in the building. Everybody say hi to Jin. Everybody say hi to Jin. So, you know, just a little bit of Jin flair. Just a little bit of Jin flair. But yeah, okay. Now, when you cause a launcher, when you launch Steve in, what you want to do is this combo. I'm going to say it. Crouching fierce in the ducking. Light kick ducking works best. Because sometimes if you do medium kick or hard kick, sometimes you'll go under. So, crouching fierce, light kick ducking, skyscraper. Skyscraper, remember, is the medium punch follow-up of ducking. Ducking body, ducking hook, 4+ medium punch, light punch. Hold back, and then flicker. So, let's just see that in action. Now, you don't necessarily have to go with crouching. You don't necessarily have to go with the light punch version of flicker to get the ground bounce. But say if you want the opponent away from you, depending on what the matchup is, you can launch them full screen. Also, if you launch them full screen like that off of a launcher, this is the good thing about Steve, is if you launch them full screen on that launcher like that, you have enough time to tag your partner back in. If you so choose. Like if you feel like that's a matchup that your other character handles better, or you just launch your Steve in just for the damage, send him across screen. And you'll have more than an ample amount of time to tag back in your other character and turn that into a favorable situation. Now, in the corner, things change up a bit, because here Steve can flicker jab. Steve can do his flicker jab combos and whatnot. So you kind of want to be wary of that. You know, don't do too much. Don't do too much in the corners. Pretty much what the thing is, because you're scaling your damage. Yeah, you're scaling your damage, and also you still get, you know, quite a bit more out of that right there. So if you guys are gonna do that, that's the combo you should be using in the corner. I don't know why I'm just tag canceling. So, boom. So, that's 372. Yeah, 372, as you can see, is definitely a lot more appealing than 347. So, oh wow. I got thrown off because we started like flying towards Steve. I was like, what? Yeah, 372 right there. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing that flicker, the flicker, you know, whatnot, of course you can still do that. That one right there in the corner, what I did was I came in, I did the regular, I pretty much did the standard, you know, combo, except I did standing fierce, so that way I wouldn't have to go over, I wouldn't have to go under, because sometimes with Jin in the corner, when he launches people, like say for Steve, if he launches them, you have to come out on the other side. You have to come in on the other side to continue your combo if you go for crouching fierce. And I'm just, you know, that's just kind of weird. So, but yeah, and it also pushes them out of the corner. So if you play Jin, Steve, do standing fierce on that tag cancel. That way you won't have to do that whole crazy go under thing. But what I did was standing fierce, ducking. Oops. Now let's just launch her, man. Ah, god dang it. I'm failing now. Why? Jesus, why? Why do I fail so hard sometimes? Okay, there we go, baby. Standing fierce. You do standing fierce, light kick ducking, skyscraper, but then you do crouching fierce, into Sonic Fang. And that gave me, well, that was unscaled, of course. I mean, that was just because I did the raw launcher, and raw launchers are, you know, 100 damage. So before I did a combo into it. So yeah, but yeah, that one was like 382 or something like that. With just the raw launcher, keep that in mind. It doesn't do more than the actual flicker jab combo. The flicker jab, my bad. Standing fierce flicker, crouching fierce Sonic Fang combo. It doesn't do more than that. So let's just display that so you guys can see I'm not a liar. $3.99. See, $3.99. So you guys can believe me. I know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't have named myself after one of Steve's specials, one of my favorite specials from Steve, if I wasn't a Steve specialist, you know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind that you guys can trust me, alright? When I say something, take my word for it. But yeah. Now Steve, what he brings to the table, we've shown you the launch in combos. I've shown you what you should do in the corner and what you should do outside of the corner. Now, let's just go into Steve and what he brings to the table. We all know Sonic Fang. Sonic Fang, you know. And we all know it gives an aerial state, right? And as you just saw, as long as you tag in on that first hit, you have an ample amount of time. Well, I can't say an ample amount of time. You have enough time to get in there and do your tag combo, you know. And this can be applied in bread and butters and whatnot. This is definitely applicable in bread and butter. So don't ever feel like, you know, you're just high and dry if you want to tag someone in. You don't necessarily have to go for the, you know, boom boom, flicker combos. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily have to do that. So Mishima swag. I don't know why I like doing random combos sometimes, but yeah, like I was saying, you don't have to feel like, you know, you don't have the tag option. You don't have to hit a skyscraper to tag in. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You don't have to do a full out blood, you know, full out combo to tag in. But that doesn't mean you can't. So, as we all know, Light Punch Flicker grants us a ground bounce if your opponent's in an aerial state. So here is another combo to tag in somebody on. What I did was standing fierce, flicker cancel, crouching fierce, ducking. I did ducking into skyscraper, ducking body, ducking hook, light punch, flicker jab, and then the ground bounce, and then I tagged in on the ground bounce, and I was able to continue comboing off that ground bounce. So that works. That definitely works. Now, this is something that the reason I wanted to also introduce the flicker combo. I mean that flicker. Before we got into this right here, this kind of applies to flicker and Sonic Fang. In the corner, Steve kind of changes up a bit. Here, I'm gonna turn the input display off real fast. Sorry, guys. But yeah, in the corner, Steve's tag combo kind of changes up a bit because he can get more out of it. Now, in the corner, let's just say Steve's max damaging combo. I mean, one of his max damaging combos in the corner is something like this. You know what I mean? Well, excuse me, I'm sorry. Ah, god dang it. Oops. There we go. Something like that, you know what I mean? Like if you hit a ducking body, I mean if you hit a skyscraper in the corner, that is. Now, the reason being is crouching, I mean you're hitting 3 fierces, which is 90, you know, 90 damage a pop. That's pretty much 270 damage right there. That's one of Steve's most damaging combos right there. So that's 270 right there, and then plus the 110 from the Sonic Fang. That's a damaging combo, right? Right. Now, let's just go into the ducking body and whatever. Let's go into the tag combos. Let's go into the tag combos before I sit up here and start rambling on about other stuff. Now, the reason I want to show you guys that is because you can use that combo also. You can use that combo to tag in, because like you saw, there's a Sonic Fang in there. So, bow, right there. Okay. That was meterless. That was meterless, remember that. Meterless, 474 damage for 1 bar. Now, let's just try and, you know, swag this out a bit. $508 for 1 bar. $508, and that was a complete combo. That was standing fierce, flicker cancel, crouching fierce, ducking, skyscraper, standing fierce, flicker cancel, crouching fierce, standing flicker cancel, crouching fierce, into freaking I feel so slow right now. Into Sonic Fang. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm kind of off. I just woke up and kind of wanted to get these in. People have been requesting this, so let's just show this combo again, because me talking about it is apparently not going to be the most effective way to teach you guys this. So, once again, now let me show you guys something. I want to show you guys something real fast. Now what I did was I did 3 whole flicker cancels in there. What I did was standing fierce, flicker cancel, crouching fierce, ducking, skyscraper, standing fierce, flicker cancel, crouching fierce, flicker cancel, crouching fierce, Sonic Fang, tag in. Now that may be a lot, but after watching the tutorials from the last time around, if you sat around and you learned flicker canceling, you'll get it. It's a lot easier than actually having to link the flicker cancels together, because they're already in an airborne state. So you know what I mean. All you gotta do is know the timing. It's not even like, you know, it's not even anything difficult. Right there. There you go. So that's one way to tag out with Steve. That's one way to tag out in the corner with Steve. Another high damaging way to tag out in the corner with Steve is this. Now what I did, that sounds so ignorant. What I did was I had launched him. It's standing fierce. I went for the flicker, and as you guys know, if you don't apply another special before you do the flicker move, before you do the flicker in the corner, or even outside of the corner, you can, you know, get a scoop off the ground off of Steve's light punch flicker, off that ground bounce, and Steve can combo off his own ground bounce. So what I did was I did the jab. I comboed in the flicker jab, and then I scooped him up with crouching fierce and went in the Sonic Fang, and I tagged in off that Sonic Fang. So the whole combo would be standing fierce, flicker cancel, crouching fierce, ducking, skyscraper. Like it's so hard to do it and talk at the same time. Standing fierce, flicker cancel, crouching fierce, ducking, skyscraper, standing fierce. I cancel in the flicker, and I use the light punch flicker jab. Remember, light punch flicker jab for the ground bounce in the corner. Crouching fierce after the flicker jab, Sonic Fang tag out. And there you go. That was the corner combo. Now, are there other ways to tag in with Steve? Yeah, of course there are other ways to tag in with Steve. For example, we can always do my bad, not patella smash. We don't want patella smash. We can always do cutting elbows, you know. See, boom, bow. Now, when would that apply? That could apply off an anti-air. That can apply off if your opponent is